The new Corolla Cross. Fill it with...
New news, man.
Yes, son, I'm leaving now.
I'm coming just now.
The new Corolla Cross. Filled with life.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiski Times at CO.za. It's Kaizer Chiefs at home winning against the Orbit College. When you look at football clubs and how big they are, you look at them and you think there are matches where you're supposed to win. If my guest is visiting you, you're supposed to beat them. If Orbit College is visiting you, you're supposed to beat them. Unfortunately, in football, it gets complicated. Sometimes the team that's supposed to win does not always win. Or the team that's visiting, which is a smaller team, sometimes get their best performance. It was a game of two halves here. Yes, Chiefs were winning in the first half. It was 1-0, but it was a poor game in general. Not too many opportunities. In the second half, it was much better in terms of chances. If you go and watch our halftime videos, for example, you would think that Tso and Junior were describing a different game, but they were describing the right game because at halftime, it was poor. In the second half, it opened up. So it's a game of two halves in that sense that no chances in the first half, not a lot of them. And then in the second half, it was chances galore. We should have seen more goals than we've seen here, but well done. Beautiful goal by Tso Vilakazi, for example. And there were a lot of chances as well. Mr. So-and-so, just a summary of the game as well.
Mr. Kiwa ngibulise wena.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise Stizi.
Just.
Ngibulise chairman my chairman.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise uLindo Mkwena. Bobo Kadoso. Chucks and Chucks.
Yes, sir.
Nomhlekazi omhle. Ongasukupupha ngecawe. Yazi Mr. Kiwa uma ubiza uShane, it's very important when you call abantu abafana boShane, you must take time. This guy umuntu big team. This guy represents the big team in South Africa. So when you talk about Shane, you know you must make sure that you put the right words so that the people they must know who are you talking about.
Yes, shy experience.
Let me
explain why ngithi uyasishaya.
So your vision like chicken foot.
Uyasishaya ngoba nonke nina eJozi niyayisimplify yonke lento. If umuntu umXhosa nizothi umhlekazi. Niya stereotype uAndilejani umhlekazi omnye ngumXhosa ngutata niya stereotype you just simplify no niya stereotype niya simplify
sibona ukuhlonipha
it's like ubona umuntu umvenda njalo uma umbona uthi yenda lentwana leyo iwenda Shine experience, explain.
From giving Mr. Kiwa.
But it's not, obviously it's not a bad thing.
No,
as long as I'm not
share my shame.
If I walk in, I don't even need to earn any respect. If I just say Molweni, Mr. So-and-so, you're supposed to beat Orbit College, you do the job, get them out of the way.
Yeah.
In fact, in the league, you get 6 points from them, you move on, and hopefully you can achieve things in the league. That's how you think of it if you're Sundowns or you're Pirates. And for Chiefs as well, it should be the same thing.
Yeah.
That if I'm meeting FC Cape Town or Mother City, let me get those 6 points, get them out of the way.
Mr. Kiwa, that's true. You know, you're going to when you are big, you need to show why you are big. And
you were very unhappy at halftime.
Yeah, Mr. Kiwa, you know, sometimes a score can sometimes play with your mind. You know, because you will say, no, but if the score is 1-0, that means the team is doing well. No, not at all. You know, first half it was like I don't know what was happening there, but they will tell you that they were trying. But I don't know what is that they were trying. Until now, second half, Vilakazi, I think he was sleeping first half, and then he woke up second half, and he started to,
like
all
of
to have
them
the
actually
ball.
woke up.
Yes, now he started to watch something that is interesting. Especially seeing him, carrying the ball, 1v1, taking the men on, creating those chances, and eventually, he even scored. And I like what Umtu did. Umtu also.
What a wonderful turn and pass as well.
Look,
he scored 2 goals in the game.
Yeah, and assist.
Yeah.
That's very good of him. And this is what we expect when you play in that role of being number 10. That if you can score, you create. And for him, that, because all of us were shouting to say, cut in, and eventually, when he turns to his right, then that's when he saw Ulontuzana Vilakazi, and he gave it to him. And Vilakazi, we always say do the basic thing. The boy trapped the ball with the right, the ball went to the left side, and then he just, tap it in, and that's so brilliant.
But ultimately, you're saying that for Mdu, his role for him to get the praise, to
Yeah.
get our man of the match,
Yes.
this is what we expect from him.
You create, when the opportunity comes, you score. You know, what he did today, you know, getting to that box, first goal, boom, one. Second half, also, he was there in that action. Here's the ball there, boom, second. Third, he used the one. Now he plays his role. That is his role as a number 10 to say, when you are there, if you can't take a shot, if you can't score, and then you can play. And then he created a chance. And in that chance, then Chiefs got a goal. That's brilliant of him.
Let me ask
And
you,
I
what,
like
what do you
that.
think happened at halftime? Because yes, Chiefs were winning, and we thought that by the end Chiefs will win. Maybe it could
Yeah.
be 1-0. It was not convincing that there will be more goals than we saw. But what do you think then would have happened? Because all of a sudden, Vilakazi, on a freedom, there was a turn that he did in the second half.
Yes.
And you can see that their body language now, they feel
Yeah.
10 meters taller.
Yes,
You
yes,
could
and
see,
the
like I'm
right,
saying. So what do you
yes.
think would have happened? Because if football, we expect him to do that from the beginning. Pass the ball forward from the beginning.
Yes.
To make things happen from the beginning. They only did that in the second half, which is great. But what do you think happened? Who said anything to them?
No, I think the coach was hard on them to say, but guys, really what we are doing is not what we expected from you guys. If it can work in the group or as a team, but what are you doing individually? And that is one thing I always say, that as a player, sometimes you'll find that the plan that the coach gave you is not working. And if it's not working, what do you do? Then let's see in your pocket, what do you have? That's your instinct now to say, okay, me personally, this is what I'm going to do now for the team to win. And I think the coach, I believe that the two coaches, they will be hard on them, because you could see that when they came in with an energy, the will of doing things, you know, they're creating chances. Eventually they scored those chances, and that is brilliant. What I didn't like is how they concede. I don't know. I don't know why. How do you defend? And I always question this: how you defend a striker when the striker is behind you? When
And
you're
you're
here
not touching him,
as a centre back.
you're not feeling him, you're not
you
away.
can't.
How far is
you
it from
can't. You can't. You can't do this. At this level, you can't. For what Aiden did there for me, I'm very disappointed.
He had a good game on the ball.
With the ball, I love him. He makes everyone play. But now, remember, your primary job is to defend. Get it right. Don't. It's like, Steve Compella used to say, "Ukumoshakala kwebisi kuba amasi." We don't want that.
You don't need to do half the job.
No. We want milk. Masifuna inkomazi will go and buy inkomazi.
Sure.
So when he's got the ball, he's good, he makes everyone plays. But he forgets that my initial primary job is to make sure that the striker doesn't score.
Masiva, let me say so. How does Orbit College get out of this? Banokuthi ke kune relegation 6-pointer.
Yep.
Kusho ukuthi mawudlala neintanga zakho, abo Chippa United and people in and around you from number 10 uwehla.
Yes.
You're gonna have to get those points from them. When you look at them, how they apply themselves, they lost to Pirates.
Yeah.
Last minute winner by UCM, they lost here.
Yeah.
They've been winning some games. I think Saleng scored 2 goals in the last game.
Yeah.
I think they won 3-1. Would it be more important for Bonuguti bakhohlwe ilama game amakhulu? Sometimes you can get a draw, of course.
Yeah.
Draw against Sundowns or draw against Chiefs or
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah.
But would you say to them, maybe if you were the ownership, to say, if we're playing cheaper, if we're playing anyone who's within our vicinity, make sure you get 3 points?
Definitely, Mr. Gio, you go for the kill. Lava intanga zethu, we are on the same age group, so let's go for the kill. Against Pirates, Chiefs, Sundowns, I mean, if you like, you get a drop. You are lucky, but don't even think of that we're gonna get a point against the tripping teams. But the rest, they just need to go for the kill.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. We'll be back tomorrow. Sundowns is playing. London Pirates is playing as well. We have 2 matches tomorrow at 7:30 in the Betway Premiership. Thank you very much to everyone who's watching us.
Shapunjani bafowethu igama Mulindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Benedict Vilakazi. They call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, amakhosi for life. They are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiski TV.